First match of the baccpaBrawl 149. We've got Lasagna Slayer on the Goldlewis versus Aegis on the Bedman. I'm baccpack and I'm joined by the one and only Patriarch Panda.
Yeah, back for a wee bit of a hiatus. We missed the last week's brawl, but we're here. We're looking forward to it. It's going to be great, but it does appear Lasagna Slayer up against Aegis, Bedman versus Goldlewis. Of course, you're excited for the obvious reasons, right? That's
Absolutely.
a Goldlewis, that's the fella, that's the big man. But another reason to be excited about this, that's Aegis, the dark horse of every bracket they join. They're truly a terrifying factor to witness.
I'm excited for the set for both reasons, of course. Goldlewis, I got to rep my character. But Aegis, it's just a real treat every single time they enter the baccpaBrawl. One of the best Bedmen that's out there. And you know you're going to see some crazy tech when they're in town. That was nice. Using the meaty there and then the BT cancel. The OTG is absolutely enough. It will be Lasagna Slayer taking the first round.
My God, that was quick, wasn't it? That was such a quick round, and just let Lasagna Slayer looking to try get in with the lead. Immaculate JD starts off. And alright, he had so much damage on Aegis. Oh my God, 50%. Yeah, thank God Bedman. Bit of a healthy character. Yeah.
Yeah, but even so, 50% off the round start. You're not putting yourself in a good position, especially Lasagna Slayer on that game point here for game number one. Right now, just holding on to the plus frames. Great 5H, stopping the jump, continuing the offense, and now they have to respect that meter because Goldlewis can be real tricky when he's got some bar. We're going to see the Wild Assault there. Stays in with the meter, sets up the laser, avoids the neutral altogether, but Bedman actually has meter here, so they can represent YRC. Chase the backdash, though, with the JD sets up. YRC bait? No, we're not going to see that there. Jumps up with the JD, keeps it tight, just backs off, re-engages, trying to get Aegis to respect these BTs for the potential BT cancel. Afterwards, spaced out, 268, runs up with a far slash, dashes in, caught by the 6P. That was the perfect option there from Aegis, because Bedman 6P can reach so far, especially when Goldlewis is extending that hurt box. Now it's anybody's round. Lasagna Slayer builds that burst in time, not ready for the overhead, and Aegis will take the round.
Oh my God. Yeah, but what a way to flip it around. Aegis, as we've seen, an absolute godlike player on defense, can turn a bad situation into a good one. And you saw it there, such low health, turned around in a matter of seconds, and now it's all about try get in, represent some good jump-ins, get some delayed JD, gonna get some decent damage off this, but we're doing it for the Oki in that head bomb. But the tech in the pro denying that. Aerial beamers?
Yeah, the aerial behemoths can be very good, especially now since you have the cancel afterwards. You can keep them safe a lot of the time. So it went from a really unsafe high-risk option to now just being fine as long as you have some security to give up. And right now we're going to see the safe jump here and the super, or sorry, the install, I should be more specific there. Able to stay in, combo the 2P, and now Goldlewis should be able to get the side swap combo. That's exactly what Lasagna Slayer is going to do. Ends with that 1080 super, and this should be quite a bit of damage as well as that hard knockdown secure.
Line. This is a very strong scenario, can represent some good Oki pressure, goes for a deflect to avoid it. Giving up a tiny bit of chip, but it's not too wild assault to get in though. 268 on the meaty, and just like that baccpack, Lasagna Slayer the Goldlewis. It's up 1-0.
On to game number 2, round start, we're going to see the dash of 5P. That's going to be ducked. Aegis finds that first hit and just gets sent away. Already, Aegis trapped in the corner and is immediately respecting, however, picks the perfect time for that Wild Assault, sets up the cross up, and Lasagna Slayer gets opened up, trapped in the corner.
Ooh, yeah, with the head bomb able to extend, gets a good connection on the low, and Aegis just staggering away the pressure, catches him with the guard crush, and that's actually quite nasty. The damage from this, including the risk, could have led to a killing scenario, but guess what? It doesn't. 1 HP, Goldlewis fairly healthy. But the chip out backpack, that's such a dire scenario we put in.
You got FD there, or you're gonna die. And now we're in another round start. Far slash block in the sky, so the 684 is gonna work. We're not gonna see the punish there, but we'll see that JP air to air, tried to mash out with a 2K, gets caught, dashes in for the throw, but an excellent neutral hop there by Lasagna Slayer, and an excellent punish to boot. This is a ton of damage for jumping a throw.
Aye, for sure. So much dealt indeed. And it does appear that burst is still available on both sides. Aegis, they a bit foolish for them to go for it. Maybe represent a deflect. Aye, that's definitely a good idea. That way when you're giving up the round, it's not too much of an issue. You still said you gave it a chance, still gave it an opportunity. But it's alright to go out like this.
Great blocks, including the fuzzy at the very end there. Try to go for the cancel for a cheeky overextend there from Aegis. John's out with the 6P, no BT cancel, but holds on to the space of the 624. And we're going to a final round in game number 2.
Ooh, very nice. It does appear that this is going to be the pace of the set. Again, Lasagna Slayer still up 1-0, so it's not too much of an issue then. They do have a bit of leeway, but Aegis needs to stick in now, otherwise they're going to be put in a deadly scenario. That compact
That is not an OS I've seen before, but possibly it was mistimed, or maybe it just does that now. I'm not actually sure. Not a situation I've seen. I have to imagine that it has to be something with the timing of the backdash and like a potentially mistimed meaty, but regardless, an excellent play there. Lasagna Slayer on about to go up 2-0 if they can secure this last pixel of HP, but you never can count out Aegis.
Ooh, good connection, looking out for that burst. Not gonna get it. Resets, gets the hit with the JH. Multiple hits. Not easy to defend against when you think the low's coming, but approaches with the White Wild Assault. A classic indeed, and just like Lasagna Slayer, taking a massive lead. 2-0. Heading into the... I was about to bring this up. This is something you wanted to talk about a little bit. Was those Wild Assaults. We've been seeing them in a bunches. Am I correct in saying that?
Yeah, the Wild Assault usage has been so good. Obviously, we saw the last game clenched with that Wild Assault, but we've seen incredible usage. Consistently winning neutral, picking it at the perfect time. And it's definitely difficult for Bedman to deal with, as is a character that has to kind of commit at that mid to long range.
Oh, aye. And then look at the health backpack. I can disappear in a matter of moments. Just one more interaction, but slowly getting chipped out.
Oh, yeah, it's over. Oh, no! The BM!
Are they a villain? Are they a villain? Dude, Delilah's in shock. Did you see that?
I did it. I should have been looking.
Can we make that the title?
For the reactions.
Oh my god. Can we make that a title? And 5D so messed up, Delilah was shook.
Oh, the wrong overhead there. Double cancel. Jumps back in, getting FD'd away, and it's so difficult to stay in, but actually Lasagna Slayer stopped canceling the BTs and just started running forward, able to stay in on the FD, and now was in a great position to take the set 3-0. Aegis, how are you going to respond? Stays on the same side, gets caught with the 6P, next hit is enough. Wow,
what?
Just went straight for the laser to set up this situation. PRC forward.
Oh, what the?
Chases the backdash with the delayed JH. Excellent play. That would have been cross up without a backdash. And so Lasagna Slayer will take it 3-0.
Got it. Heading into our next set here, we got Gavin up against Kibotsu, which is going to be an absolute show indeed. You've got Axel, one of the weaker characters, up against Johnny, one of the stronger characters. And of course, Gavin, not on the Goldlewis, on the Johnny, still wanting to experiment with this character, try and make it work out for him. And it doesn't make sense, backpack, right? This is a truly strong meta character.
Yeah, absolutely. Gavin is a player that can play many characters. I think they believe they can play all of the characters. And so being able to just pick at any point is very cool. I'm excited. Every time you see Gavin, you could be seeing any character. And clearly they chose to play Slayer into this matchup, so I'm curious what kind of potential matchup knowledge we might see from the Slayer against the Axel.
Slayer? Oh, that's Johnny, mate.
Oh, my bad. Sorry, Johnny.
The interesting thing indeed is usually you'd want to go Goldlewis into this. I'm correct in saying that, right? Like Goldlewis.
Well, okay, yes, Goldlewis does do well, but that doesn't mean the neutral's fun to play.
Fair. The White Wild Assault backpack. White Wild Assault. Oh.
You're not wrong with the Wild Assault, but the easy counterplay is fairly limited in Wild Assault. Otherwise, you have to be playing a fairly solid neutral or just a super RPS heavy one that is still kind of difficult to execute as the Goldlewis, being that big body and avoiding the big normals from Axel.
Yeah. Oh, big counter hit. Kibotsu already off to a good start. Chases the backdash with the close slash into the close slash. A light representing that. Well aware of the OS. Send them through the wall. You gotta watch out. The burst is available for Gavin. How are they going to utilize it? They have to use it now. Escapes.
Oh. But gets caught, and that will be a perfect for Kibotsu, who goes up 1-0. And here we are, game number 2. Gavin does make the choice to swap on over to Goldlewis, which is a choice you alluded to last game. Expecting to see it. You know what else you alluded to? White Wild Assault.
White Wild Assault.
Yeah. That was an amazing backdash, though. I'm done. So, enough has been said about the matchup. We're done here.
White Wild Assault. Yeah, that's it. Commentary, not necessary.
Oh,
throws, absolutely. Oh. YRC to escape. Kibotsu on
Excellent
that low
jump.
health though.
PRC. Yeah. Oh, wow. That hit through the 6P. That's a classic Goldlewis 6P moment. Throws to the 5 p.m. wake up, and that's fast enough to get the trade. And that's all you needed. So Gavin takes the first round.
Oh, we should do a gimmick tournament. It's been a bit, isn't it?
What kind of gimmick tournament?
Oh, like 3v3s or something like that.
Maybe.
Not the
We'll see
mode
if there's interest
3v3, but like the drafts and that.
The
that's
pick
gotta
and
be
play?
something. Yeah. Or maybe we make console and PC fight again.
I don't know if the community's ready for console versus PC number 3. I've seen that coughing baby emote, the meme, enough
Too
for
many
3
times,
lifetimes.
bro.
Yeah.
That's fair. But this is actually back to the match. But you know, it'd be fun to do.
It would be fun to
The
do.
Kibotsu already off to an amazing start. Already dished out a ton of damage. BRC for the approach. Axel Bomber, that is plus on block, and Gavin well aware respects it. But that health is low. If he has the approach, guess what it's going to be? Going to use it. White Wild Assault, 684.
Wow.
Nothing of it. And that health is so low. Yeah, easy kill for Kibotsu in that scenario.
That was great defense from Kibotsu. They respected the metered options. They respected the White Wild Assault. And they just made an excellent read in the very end to take it.
Ooh, nice. Just keeping it calm, keeping it cool. Doesn't he extend just yet with that White Wild Assault?
This is why it can be scary, though, for Axel, because this whole time you have to respect White Wild Assault as an option. And it can happen at any time. Goldlewis can go from down back to White Wild Assault in like 10 frames. You know what I mean? It's tough.
Yeah. Oh,
He's right
yeah, there is. There is.
It's plus on whiff, Panda. What do you do?
You gotta block it, make it minus on
That was an
block.
excellent
That's the
PRC.
game plan.
Absolutely baited
God.
Goldlewis into the IED, trying to punish it. Jumps in, once again, cancels at the perfect time. Kibotsu is playing these layer 3 mind games, and Gavin has fallen for each and every one of them. Kibotsu goes up 2-0.
Another character swap being shown, and another character that has a tricky time with Axel until that meter turns red. Approaches with a jealousy, but unfortunately we are out against a nice JD.
Honestly, I've never seen anything good happen when someone tries to throw app out of the install. it just doesn't work for you. Just stop trying it.
Oh my god. Yo, that round went by very quickly, lickety split.
Oh yeah.
But yeah, that's the interesting thing. Uninstall ABBA doesn't do well to Axel. Yeah, this is a very common thing. You know, try to approach into a zoner with no approach tools.
Yeah,
but
it's a bit of an all-in
jealousy
kind of option because, you know, you're all in every single install, and that could have been your last install for that round. But that being said, you know, you will have opportunities in by going for this strategy. Something I worry about, though, is that you're going to have to win 3 sets in a row with this volatile strategy, going from amazing matchup to bad matchup. And that's going to be really difficult to do against a great player like Kibotsu, who already is on set point once again.
Maybe the trick was to maybe just to commit to one character, but maybe Gavin is trying to test how much variety they have on the table. Which, you know what, I like it. Show off how flexible you are. True, actually not. Axel has a fairly tricky time with that Slayer, to be fair. Oh god. Oh wait, I saw you.
Oh, dashed out. Oh, what a great read there from Gavin. Gets deflected away, and then challenge that Kibotsu spacing game has been insane. The normals they're picking at each of these spacing so good, and that's such a skill that Axel players develop more than any other character in this game.
Real. Oh, but here we go. Powerful key super to approach with. Tiny minuscule amount of jealousy. Not gonna matter. Good jump away from Kibotsu. Getting the kill with the JH. Going up 3-0, where they're gonna have to fight another Goldlewis brother.
First match of top 8 losers, we've got Kensei versus SauceQue, and they're opting to play the Kai Kiske mirror. Now, really funny lore. SauceQue joined the tournament literally like 30 seconds before I started the bracket, and so I set SauceQue, but I'm like, it's like a top 4 seed for sure. Let me set this up, and then I forgot to press reseed. And so Kensei and SauceQue ended up fighting against each other in like the second round of the tournament. My bad, gamers. And now here they are running it back in top 8 losers. So one of these players will be eliminated by the other on the second set they fought again against each other today. So sorry about that, but at least we get to see some great Guilty Gear right away.
Well, you know what they say, right? It is what it is, right? We move on, we try improve and get better. But we're getting a dragon install from Kensei, looking to hype up the crowd. Sends out the projectile, approaches in with the guard crush, but Patriarch into jabbed, into death. Dragon style no longer the play. Oh wait, that was SauceQue. Yeah, Kensei denying that. Yeah, I got mirrors, am I right?
Oh, do I have him flipped? I think I have him flipped. Boom, we're good.
Oh yeah, that's why I got confused. Yep. Yeah, that was exactly it.
We're good now. We're good.
I blame you. I blame
it's
you.
It's never my fault. Big close slash starter here off of the baited DP. Gives up that burst. Jumps in with the Patriarch. Finds a big old counter. Now both bursts are off the table. You know what I just realized? Look at Kensei's name. That is an homage to like 2012 Call of Duty or Halo. You know what I mean? The classic FPS gamer tag.
Oh, bro.
I haven't seen anything like that forever. It's crazy how gamer tag culture has changed. Like, this was so cool back in the day. When I was 12, oh my god. My lord.
Oh my god. Dude, you wanna know my generated name was? It's so goated. You'll love it. Sizzling Newt 45.
That you Xbox 360 auto-generated gamer tags that we're talking about?
Yeah. What was yours?
Mine was like Rude Airplane 448. Like, but me, I couldn't afford to get the monthly subscription, so every month I would make a new trial account. Like back in the day, when Xbox Live was brand new, I would make the new trial accounts every single month, and I would just lose my progress, but have Live for free.
Bro really wanted those online COD lobbies experience.
I needed it. I for real needed it.
It gave him thicker skin.
It absolutely did. That was it made me the person I am today, not in a good way. Big bait there on the DP, close slash starter.
Oh my god, the comeback of a lifetime?
We're not going to kill here, but it's going to be a drop combo.
Wait, double dragon and stuff?
Dashes in for the throw, but an excellent neutral hop there. That's a hitbox player if I've ever seen one. SauceQue takes game number 1.
Heading into the second game, and I do keep in mind Kensei's on the right, SauceQue's on the left. Do not get confused, right? It happened to me. I don't know. But anyway, we're off to it. Kensei does have the wall in play, but try to approach both of them playing a bit of a fireball game plan. What is this, Ryu? Is this the Ryu map? I was watching the Kai mirror. Oi. Good defense. No,
yeah, top 5D, the unblockable connects. And the second unblockable connects as well with the scum dipper. Playing outside of that far slash range, tries to run in, but gets caught by the far slash and neutral combo. Very difficult to deal with. Low profiles the projectile, and it was baited. Ready with that matchup knowledge to block the low.
Both players' healths are starting to get fairly low. The deficit starting to go into Kensei's favor. Gets a top 5D with the RC. This should be enough to kill. No debates about it. Very good round from Kensei. Played to their meter strength insanely well. And SauceQue didn't even get to use that other bar. Such a shame.
SauceQue with that burst advantage currently tries to throw in a gap there before taking the turn to play around a DP timing, but Kensei actually just mashes out, able to take a turn of their own, and now SauceQue trapped in the corner, happens again, BRC, Rising JD, keeps that turn, backs off, wow, finds the IB timing to get the punish, tries to chase there, but not going to connect, stays in, far slash once again, way to keep the aggression going, and we should be able to confirm here to the super downtown all the way to the corner, get that hard knockdown, get that positive onus, and SauceQue's in a great spot here, but Kensei once again keeping up the aggression on the defense, but SauceQue is 2 bars.
Yeah, certainly could try and use it here. It does have the corner, BRC overhead, and with the wall break, excellent perfect timing. Burst.
And blocks in time, wait, it's anybody's game, backs off. Throw Piercy, baits!
Bait it! But you gotta bait the burst.
It's anybody's ground. You gotta play for the win here. SauceQue, your life is on the line here for this round. Low profile, dude. Over and over again, Kensei is playing at the perfect spacing to be able to block in time. And Kensei ties it up. On to game number 3, round start, Kensei dashes in with that 2P, tries to outspace there, but going to be a trade. Favorable one for SauceQue. Goes for the cancel, into the throw. Chases again with that Sun Dipper. And wow, got spaced out with the FD.
Oh my god.
However, no punish there from Kensei. Didn't press the appropriate button. And now Kensei gets flung through the wall. SauceQue in a great position here.
Oh, I indeed can keep going. Went for the dive kick, went for the low, well defended, tried to jab their way out, but SauceQue backing up, doesn't want to play into that space. That's a good punish on the fireball. Do keep in mind your counter hit state till you land. SauceQue with full knowledge of that, able to take that round. Very nice from the player.
Great blocking the duty there. I almost said, why didn't you punish the sweep? Oh man,
It's made to say. What are you doing?
Yeah, it's true. It's true. No, I've been playing too much Fatal Fury. Right now, both players are just fishing with lows, and neither player connecting just yet. Now we're seeing some bigger normals here, but neither player truly wants to commit until we see the ID. But guess who's ready for it? SauceQue with the anti-air all the way to the corner and to the super, and so much damage. Just so much damage.
A fairly chunky D. Oh, went for the close slash, but the DP deny it. Big counter hit on the close slash from Kensei here. They're going for the burst to escape. Bit of a poke game from both sides, able to make the 6p whiff, getting a good punish, but we're having it back up. Close slash and air counter hit. This is pretty brutal.
Interesting. They already pre-buffered the super, and we're just waiting on the hit. Confirmed it immediately, and SauceQue takes game number 3. Game number 4, round start 6p with the counter hit. 2p staggers, 6k out of range because of that FD. And we're seeing FD come into play quite a bit here, but we're not seeing the punishes required to capitalize afterwards.
Oh, well, this is a fairly awkward scenario. Kensei stuck in the corner with no form of meter to work with. And SauceQue able to just do what they want. A great challenge out the far slash, good chases with the kicks, getting a burst-based scenario, but Kensei not biting. They're not looking at burst. Oh! Unless it's there on that 10% of health, is that even worth it, baccpack?
I mean, a hero burst is a hero burst is a hero burst. We'll see if it pays off. By the looks of it, it doesn't. Set point here for SauceQue.
Maybe a hero, but not in this timeline. Wasn't able to make that comeback happen, and this is set point. SauceQue, and not playing a bit patient. Kensei was the one that was able to break the tension and approach. But good approaches from Sauce. Go for the offense, good tech on the throw. Bit of a nice counter hit. 6p messes up the combo though, but you got the corner. But a lack of stamina, baccpack. No stamina on that boy.
What do you do with the lack of stamina? Well, you get hit, of course.
Yeah.
Kensei picks the perfect moment to just dash up and start up their offense. Great 2K2D stopping the approach, but a 2K2D right back at you. And speaking of 2K, meaty 2K finds the counter hit. Nice confirm. To the corner, positive bonus once again for SauceQue, who consistently has the meter advantage in this matchup.
Why, and this is actually quite a nice scenario. Keeping the guard pressure going, backs up. Has a bar work with Kensei, going for the jump ins, looking for burst yet again. Air throw to deny the jump out.
For the game.
And your health is so low.
Every scenario from here is for the game. Kensei has to play perfectly. Kensei finds the confirm. That was ridiculous. That confirm was nasty.
Off the counter at 5k, had some decent time to confirm into that bar slash, but at the end of the day, not a lot of people would be awake at the wheel like that. It's such a dire scenario, but another immaculate jump from Kensei. You cannot catch this man with a jump. You gotta chase him. SauceQue's well aware of that. Overextended, went for throw yet again, but gets punished. Kensei is refusing to be conditioned by these throws.
Yeah, the corner throws are getting called out over and over and over again. I believe both players are representing fuzzy options. In that case, fuzzy backdash. Earlier we've seen fuzzy mash, fuzzy jump. It's all the same, just rotating the options because they have different weaknesses than the other. But regardless, Kensei takes game number 4. We'll be seeing a game number 5. Game number 5. Game 5. I repeat, game 5. Cinco de Gamo. Jumps in. I don't
you wanna know how we say? You wanna know how we say 5?
How do you say 5?
5.
Oh, that's tech.
Yeah, saucy. Yeah, that's tech indeed. But anyway, it does appear SauceQue is the one that was able to turn the tides in a matter of moments, and just like that, the health is almost tied up. But SauceQue, with that meter advantage, is the one that's going to be pressing on. But great DP from Kensei, denying any of the offense, denying that momentum. They got to play against that bar baccpack. It's not easy when Sen has a bar. Nothing is guaranteed. Nothing is written in stone, but great DP.
Wow. That was crazy. Oh, wow. They were ready to DP against a PRC special cancel option. I mean, Kensei's just on another level right now. Now they're on set point.
Just at another level. That is the best way to put it. That is the best way to put it, indeed. And now we're approaching good IBF. The
wild.
Pretty
That was an
immaculate.
IBFT on a raw full screen approach, by the way. I don't know how you were ready
Nice.
for it, but you were, and now Sasuke is getting rewarded for it.
No, big throw. It gets an unfortunate drop on the combo. Looked like it would have been a massive damage optimal type combo. Acid plate their space. Does have 2 bars, meaning they can react to a normal with a super.
Stays
I
in.
think that's what they're looking for.
Wow!
Oh!
I think Kensei was looking for a potential YRC or super delayed BRC option, and instead Sasuke just mashed out perfectly against the hits! And Sasuke forces a final game, final round. The WEG!
And then into staggering with the kicks. Gets the throw after the beat driver extension. Gets a close slash. Beats the person. Now Kensei in a dire moment could be up against a final interaction for your life.
They used that just to call that out.
He's still alive.
Dude, the backdash OS called that finally, and the far slash stops the approach. Sasuke takes it over Kensei. I truly believe that is the hypest Kiske matchup I've watched to date. My lord, thank you for such a set.
Heading into our last set of losers top 8, we've got Scissors on the left up against Froggy or Frogy. I don't know how you say it. It's fun indeed.
It's Italian.
But it does appear they got the Beer Johnny, so that's gonna be very fun to watch.
How do you
Johnny.
do the Beer Johnny? Is that like a Jacko Easter egg kind of thing where you hold a button on the...
So when you're in the character select, you press up, up, down, down, left, right, BA delete system 32.
Wait, what? That's not the Konami code I remember, man.
Oh, so that's a throwback for
I think that's also
me.
you unlock GTA 6 early, I've heard. It's already actually pre-patched into Windows. We just have to access it by deleting System 32.
Yeah, that's it. That's it. So be sure to do that. Hop in your About PC, delete the system.
Full disclosure,
do not do
I'm
that.
100% unironically telling you to delete System 32. There are only good things that can happen by deleting System 32.
Well, bro, do not be telling me to delete System 32.
I thought about it saying no, but I'm like, maybe I should double down.
I can't wait till you get
I think at this point it's so wide knowledge to just not do that you can joke about it freely.
I kind of hope someone sends you a Twitter message being all like, yeah, delete System 32, what did I do? Help. I would go crazy. Oh, but what else we were yapping?
Like, oh, well.
What else we were yapping?
Whilst we were yapping, we see a drop that's going to kill anyways. And Scissors takes game number 1.
Heading into the next match here.
2!
Yeah.
Penny, you got it.
Anyway, during the in-between, we had a heated argument. I hate this guy, but we're getting straight into it. It does appear that Scissors already off to an amazing start here, looking at for burst, but Froggy does not bite. Not falling for the bait just yet.
I'm still giving you the silent treatment.
You're such a baby, bro. Oh, whatever.
Oh, man. When is Spotify going to sponsor our podcast? I'm just waiting for that Joe Rogan money.
Hey, my name's Joe Rogan. I want to get you on the podcast, backpack. I don't know how he talks. Is that close?
That's pretty close, man. That's pretty close.
Oh, counter a close slash. That's gonna be some good damage from Scissors. Decent damage, but of course, has to end with the super, and that lets you get the hard knockdown on Johnny, where he has to guess for a pretty nasty 50-50 for life.
Deflected away. Dashes back in, but you're ready for the spin. Now, this is going to be a rough situation here. Leaving big delays right now. Trying to bait out certain defensive options. Backs off, instant overhead, and that's absolutely enough. Scissors goes up 2-0.
Hardcore.
On to game number 3. Far slash counter hit for the round start, and Froggy's looking to get on the board. But it's not going to be easy. You're up against the one and only Scissors. The Anji of the baccpaBrawl.
This guy is not easy beat. Oh, sorry. She's not easy beat. Very terrifying Anji indeed. Oh, but what a close slash from Froggy. Certainly a good Johnny. So they're trying to stick it in, you know, you're a bit down. You have to just kind of go in the aggression. But how do you air throw that every time? How are you cheating?
You got to be the GOAT. And you are certainly not that. But one day, we'll get you there.
Oh, real.
Oh!
I mean,
that was crazy. That was wacky. And that's death. Scissors is on set point. What a parry.
That was perhaps a tad bizarre, indeed.
A little bit.
My God, dude, Scissors, how are you ready for those scenarios? I never understand it. Maybe it's just the Anji player mentality. You gotta get to that point. A good 5H from Froggy. Try steal back a turn again. Has to go on the aggression almost immediately. But they're up against 2 bars Anji. That means he can do a very safe, confident wake-up super.
Can you? Can you, though? Or will you is probably the better way to put it. 6P into the knockdown, sets up the card, instant overhead. Burst comes out. Wants to stay alive. That's baited. Dude, the close slash starter could not be any more perfect.
Joker.
Froggy takes the round. I believe their first round of the set.
Could be. I mean, oh my God. We're getting a little goofy now. I respect that from Froggy representing the gold burst. You know, you want that meter, you want that early lead. Fair enough. Fair enough. Jumping in, going for the
question
low,
is the gold burst even, is it an early gold burst as good as just having a burst to represent? Like, I'm not sure.
You know, it
connects,
comes down to the individual. Comes down to the individual. You like having meter? Then maybe gold burst.
I wonder if there's an objective correct answer.
Well, nah, fighting games are subjective.
Not specific, actually.
Fighting games are subjective, besides don't get hit and hit them. You know, that's all you need to know. Like, good deflect. Ooh, he's still fighting on a 5K, gets a connection just like Scissors. It's going to be taking that set, unfortunately knocking out Froggy, but they'll be continuing on to losers top 6. Scissors the Anji main, as always. Heading into losers top 6, we're going to have Gavin versus Scissors first. That's the Anji versus the Johnny. So, you know, the more we continue throughout the bracket, the more things stay the same a little bit. But this will be a difficult one for Gavin. Again, swapping between all those characters, that'd be messing me up. I don't know about your backpack, but certainly that would mess with the mental a bit.
Yeah, when I try multiple characters, I find that I need like 3 calibration games before I can even begin to like play another character. And then Gavin just does it. I truly don't know how.
I don't know. Maybe they're a little cuckoo in the head, but I respect it. Oh, good tech.
Like if I try to play Soul Bad Guy for a couple matches, I'm trying to do Goldlewis JD with Soul Bad Guy.
Well, my problem with Soul Bad Guy is I end up playing too grounded. I don't jump. And then I go like, I need to jump, and then I'm like doing air dashes and stuff like that. I get easily anti-aired, and I'm like, I don't know what's going on. Oh my God, but bringing it down to the earth. Scissors taking that round, and you know what?
Look at the chat. That's so
bad guy.
So Scissors takes that first round, is looking to continue the lead. And right now, Johnny's defenseless in the corner, only being able to represent that half burst that they're currently holding on to. Gets caught with the low. Nice pick up to the corner. Hard knockdown secured. Jumps forward. Back dashes. Runs back in for the throw. Still holding on to the half burst. Very soon to be a full burst. Overhead connection. Instant overhead. Bye-bye.
Oh, you're dead. Yeah, that's just a killing combo. Not much scaling added to it. Simple as. And it does appear Gavin, down 1, might consider a character swap. I mean, what I'm seeing in the chat, I'm going to press random. So that's going to be fun to watch.
On to game number 2. And supposedly, Gavin pressed random for this one. So is now on the Viking, showing their true ability to just play whoever comes up in whatever situation against any player. And we'll see if their Viking is able to get the job done. And currently, it doesn't look like it. They are going to give up that burst. Finds that hit, but no follow-up, not guaranteed. After that, goes to the parry, and it's just baited out. Very nice patience, very nice back throw, and had the great time in the overhead, though, but did not connect.
You know, I'm kind of curious what will happen the next time Gavin takes a loss. I'm like, what's the next character Random Wheel's going to give us, you know?
But Scissors, and you're waiting for it.
A little bit. But yeah, Scissors proven you kind of got to throw your main at this character, man. Like, she's really good on the Anji. You can't just go like, yeah, I'll play like whatever, have a bit of fun, because they're gonna win. But you know what, if you're out for fun, have your fun, Gavin. Have your fun.
I have no problem with people messing around a little bit in their online brackets.
Well,
I think it makes it
happy.
Fun for
you
everyone.
should be miserable.
No, I'm actually super miserable right now.
Really?
I'm actually writing Gavin's name in my death note.
Oh, damn. What's going on, brother?
We're going to see a random, just Gavin stops playing.
That's felony, bro.
Okay.
Jesus.
A big throw. CG's enough. And Scissors goes up 2-0. Here we are. Game number 3. Scissors. Gavin. And we have the Amelia. Honestly, I would be very surprised if Gavin also had a competent Amelia. I think if you have Amelia, you truly play every single character in the game. And so I'm very curious if Gavin actually has Amelia.
I don't know about that one. Amelia is such a, like, Speedy Gonzalez type character. You know, they're all over the screen, and it is so hard to keep up with that. Never mind play it, bro. That'd be too much for me.
I watch a lot of your commentary, and you only mention Speedy Gonzalez when I'm here. Are you looking for the Mexican pass? Because I can't give it.
Look, backpack.
I mean,
it's the only one I don't have. Please.
You're collecting them like badges. I have yet to give it to you.
I don't even want to use them. I just want to flex that I can. Oh, good burst. Nice. Keeping it cool. What a spin! And the PRC. Try to keep it cool. Fujin went for the low. PRC gets him on the 2D. And this is a dominant scenario. You can't really escape his melee at that 5D. The bird keeping it plus. And now you just stuck. Yeah, I don't see Gavin lasted too long.
Stays in with the PRC. Oh, big gap. And after the extension, Scissors finds it with a far slash, takes the set 3-0. Final match of top 6 losers. We've got Aegis and we've got Sasuke. Sasuke!
You could grow up.
Okay, so Sasuke's on the Asuka, which is sick. Because we haven't seen the Asuka in a while, especially since Ordinary Magician hasn't been entering the last maybe 10 brawls. So I'm excited to see what Asuka is cooking up. I also just did not know that Sasuke had an Asuka at all.
Same. I mean, Asuka is one of those characters right now. You don't really want to play them. They're kind of on the weaker side in terms of strength. But one thing that is fairly decent about them.
That was the backdash PRC overhead as a defensive option to stop a mid-screen approach. That kind of calculation, that kind of ability to input something on the fly, pretty difficult input. Insane. Aegis my goat.
Ooh, Aegis indeed the goat. Going for the pew-pews, just shooting away, denying any of the cube startups. Even with the fast staff out, that is actually insane. Oh god. Backing up, try to keep it cool. Oh, big counter. Oh, no combo confirmed.
Yeah, that throw, we're in a much better spot here for, okay, maybe not. Now we're in a much rougher spot for Asuka. We're seeing the staggers and the lows super in the first gap, and we'll connect absolutely. Low into the bombo, dash back in. We're low on the cards here. We're going to get 4 more. Backs off, trying to play that big range, but of course, Aegis has ways to interact. Wow. The JD actually kind of vacuumed Asuka into the corner. Or maybe Asuka just ran forward, but really unfortunate timing. Gets caught in the cross-up. Aegis takes game number 1. On to game number 2. And the 6P's avoided. Caught by the projectile. Now with the follow-up, we're going to take a free turn here. Aegis just going to back off, trying to play the in-and-out game very effectively. Already, Sasuke is at 50% HP. Gets caught by the overhead as well, and after the positive bonus, this is going to be a rough situation for Sasuke.
Oh, goes for the burst to send you back. Does have that bar to work with. Nice air from Aegis for the full pickup. Has the bar for the kill. And Sasuke going the main. Might be the play, definitely, considering you're more confident in it. And Asuka is, it's Asuka, lower barrel type character. But Aegis still showing how confident they are into any matchup. This character is ridiculous, man. They're too confident.
Finds it with a low. Pulls it in again. Finds it with the overhead. And right now, the offense is just too nasty. I'm not blocking it. Sasuke's clearly not blocking it. I don't know who's blocking it, but it ain't us. Finds it with a DP. Backs off, little shimmy. Baits out the... Wow. Amazing shimmy. They're calling out the fuzzy throw.
Yeah, with the hard knockdown, you got plenty to work with. Gets the overhead, straight to the follow-up. Tyrant battle with the rave to send them through the wall. Ton of damage dealt. Now you're back on the offense, but a low stamina means you have to use the tension. An amazing super on the gap. Gets the OTG with the RC. Aegis showing you, even though you're on your main, you're a bit more comfortable. You still got a wall to beat.
Here we are, game number 3. 2D jumps in, overhead, block, dashes in for the throw, and it does connect. Jumps in, gold burst. Oh, tries to go for the shimmy again. This time not going to fall for it. Doesn't go for that fuzzy throw. And this is how you know you're watching some high-level gameplay. When they're swapping over, swapping through, they're rotating their defensive options, even the fuzzy low commit options. you know that they're actively thinking about every single little decision that they are making on the game. And it's an excellent adaptation, for sure. They would have just died again.
And the thing that I absolutely love is just the fact that when you notice that, they still do like some risky options here and there, because at high level, that's what separates the intermediates, right? Intermediates tend to play a little too safe. You gotta know when to take those risks, defense or offense or any of that. And that's why I like watching both these players play. They understand that to such a fine level.
You gotta know when to hold them and know when to mash them as well. Very important.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah. Know when to parry. Know when to backdash. I didn't know how it rhymed from there, but I wanted to get into it.
Know when
big
to
throw.
DP on block. All right, nice wall break there. Challenge up with the 6P, and of course, Sin gonna win that battle. Excellent 6P. Dude, big delay in the close side, calls out the backdash, and SauceQue once again calling out the fuzzy defensive options, playing it the perfect spacing outside of throw range, but still close enough to get their close side starter on a backdash.
Oh, I like the patient play from Aegis, going for the JS's after backing up, well aware that they're going to take the space, approaches into them when they do that, and a nice retreating with that JS. Yeah, again, that JS, such a powerful tool. Use it on the retreat, use it on the aggression. Aegis certainly will, and they need to get one more interaction, get the kill here. 2K2D, that's not going to be enough. Has one more opportunity, baits the DP, but didn't hit the full block.
That was for the set, didn't get the punish, mistimed it now. SauceQue might have found a second win in the set.
Ooh. Right at the lightning. Not gonna be able to sell for the rest of the meter to pop that, wants to hold on to it. It's certainly clever. Indeed, SauceQue goes for the overhead. Well defended on the low, but that is flush. You gotta respect it. And Aegis gonna get caught going for the bed install. Certainly the play if you want to take a really good lead here. You do got the zappies and the OTG for the kill. Aegis. It's gonna be heading into loser semis, unfortunately knocking out SauceQue. Yeah.
Winners finals.
Okay.
It's Lasagna Slayer and it's Kibotsu, the Goldlewis and the Axel. We got a little preview of this matchup earlier when we saw Gavin fight Kibotsu. But we got Lasagna Slayer, who I'm sure is going to stick with the Goldlewis beginning to end. So we're going to get to see this matchup evolve over time and see how the players adapt to each other. Plus 16, dashes up for the, sets up the strike, finds it with a low, 6-2-4 into the wall. We're not going to get too much extra damage because of the drone, but we will get a wall break in that positive bonus, which is really what we want. Plus frames after the BRC
laser.
Axel bomber. There you go. I almost lost it.
Yeah, I mean, to be fair though, good comeback from Lasagna. Could have been put in a nasty situation considering Axel had all that space to play with, the normals and all that. But representing the laser, definitely way to go. Going in with the drone, 268.
Oh, not FD. That's already scary. When you don't FD against Goldlewis, there are some really difficult block strings you might have to deal with. And we saw called the backdash once again. I did get some clarification earlier from a Goldlewis player. They said that it was a situation they'd labbed before, and it does actually depend on the backdash frame. So if it's an early backdash, they'll avoid it. If it's a late backdash, they will get called out. But a very nice play once again by Lasagna Slayer, clearly using that as a way to call out delayed backdashes. Game number 2 jumps in with the JH. It's blocked. And now just backs off. Sets up the gun, and that will find a knockdown, but you're not going to get the best of Oki here. Tries to go for the ducks under the 5Ps. That works, but not ready for the follow. To challenge on the ground as Goldlewis against Axel, you have to throw in micro blocks, or sorry, like dash blocks with FD to actually get your character model to the ground and low profile it. And then you have to challenge up with 2S, which keeps your hurt box low. And that's how you can deal with 2P, and it's very difficult to do, to time your dashes and FDs at the perfect time, and then also challenge out with 2S in a very quick manner to get a punish or counter hit.
Yes, indeed. Get those
cancel.
Get those kills.
Dude, that matchup knowledge is crazy. Kibotsu just ducked the second BT.
And then you would 2K them on the landing. Yeah, that's quite mental. That is quite mental. You're seeing it. Like, they're all like, this is fake. I'm well aware it's fake. Here's my 2K, right? Woe be upon you, 2K.
Yeah, the high block 624, the follow-up is fake. You have to go for a lower hitting BT, or one that ends low as well. And after this laser, we're going to see it. God, 70% guaranteed. Jumps in, cross up, and that is death! Lasagna Slayer forces game number 2 to a final round.
Damn, Goldlewis getting 2-touch from the best of them. Jesus
Honestly,
Christ.
this is a must-win round for Kibotsu, because I don't know how you stop Goldlewis 3 games in a row. You'd have to play perfect.
Aye, and it just gets so stressful beyond this point. If you lose this game, it's just stress, and nobody wants that, right? Nobody wants that. But it does appear that Kibotsu, with one more interaction, could certainly get it. Staggering away with the normals, blocks the minigun, not going to get shot by the gap, but has to be careful with that drone on the approach, went for the overhead.
Yeah, knew that a BT was coming after the close slash, so just deflecting that away, puts you in a great spot, jumps back in, close slash, frame trap with the H button, and that is it! Kibotsu ties it up 1-1. Game number 3, far slash avoided. JS blocked low, stays in again, blocking the sky, jumps in with a JD, and starts up that offense finally. Kibotsu trap in the corner, challenges out perfectly with that 5K, such a great normal to call out overextensions. It can even call the beginning frames like a jumping JD. And so it's a really great normal at certain ranges, and that's certainly one of them. 2K stagger, stays in, backs off. We're going to see a hit here, but it's not going to matter because the laser stops in. He kind of follow up, gets caught with a low, trap in the corner. OTG actually gets Axel out of the situation, pulls him in. You have to hold the strike throw. Cross up. That was
oh, what jump in? Another great cross up.
Yeah. Dash JH is such an underrated tool because not only is it representing that cross-up option, but it calls out so many other options just accidentally. And if you have that meter, you're going to be able to confirm off of any of them.
Oh, and this is actually fairly nice. Sends him through the wall with the 684. Just beautifully done. Goes to the approach, White Wild Assault, ends the tool of all time. And just like that, Lasagna Slayer's giving himself a lead. Wait, no?
Winnable.
Maybe I was
really
a bit
tough, but it's winnable.
With
Wild Assault, it's like a 5% chance to win, at best. We take it, though. Wait, does laser kill?
You have to block?
Nope, FD's in time. Double JP, it's not enough. Goldlewis takes game number 3. Game number 4. Round start, Axel strikes first. Trap in the corner is Goldlewis, who jumps in. Double 624, that was a risky option to commit to. Earlier we saw that baited out. And Kibotsu does get caught, so they're going to have to give up that burst. 2K connects for the knockdown, just trying to keep Goldlewis away. Doesn't even want to play RPSs with any kind of Oki. We're just going to keep him away, but does get called up by the gun. But we saw earlier that this offense is not guaranteed in any way. We're going to see the YRC send him right back, and Goldlewis back to where you started, way far away from Axel. Although, look how much damage Goldlewis has already done with just guns and various random points of damage.
Yeah, guns. Guns certainly doing a ton.
Oh, you're dead.
God.
You're so dead. Oh, greedy! Wait,
I love it. Bro's got the heavy from TF2 mentality.
Unless you're the GOAT. It's guaranteed win unless you're the GOAT. Big cross-up block. Wait, no, this is Axel winning now. Wow. What? Ah, it was too low! So if you FD that from like higher up, you were actually plus a little bit, and now you're kind of making Axel RPS in your favor. But because it was blocked so low, you still had to respect that strike option. And so Axel makes a big comeback in round number 1. This is crazy, by the way. What a play.
I would love with him, bro. Again, the heavy TF2 mentality. I'm just hearing the every time he does it, bro. It's beautiful. But it's amazing anti-air. Immaculate indeed. But you need one more interaction for the kill.
Oh, clash cancel. Goldlewis is ready for it. 624. That would have killed. Oh, it's an FD that time. You gotta hold it. PRC into the cross up. Low block. Chase. Oh, there's a gap. Super is enough, and Kibotsu will force a game number
5. Hola, ¿cómo estás? Heading into the 5th match. This will be it between these two. Will it be the Zoner or the Bruiser, the Coffin or the Sickle? But it does appear that Kibotsu already has a great screen space available to them. Can he get in? But that gun, not going to catch tonight. No,
Look at the chat. That's so Panda. That's so Panda tonight. Laser comes out, bro. Blocking the sky. We're going to see a jump over. Yep, same cross-up we saw last time, just continuously jumping in with that JH. That's a really difficult angle for Axel to deal with very quickly. Usually they have to rely on much more time to be able to press out their big normals. Finds them with alone. We are going to see a kill here. Set point here for Lasagna Slayer.
How do you say set point in Spanish?
I don't know. I don't speak Spanish.
What? That's crazy. Alright, going for the pressure off the Rensen, but shoots him out the sky with the gun. Beautifully done to approach, gets the overhead. Well, Chase gets the far slash into the counter hit, and this is actually a pretty brutal scenario, as they only need one more clean hit for the kill. And that jump has made it tougher for you to live.
Oh, what do you do? Tries to block, but ultimately was getting chipped out, so they try to interact. Gets caught by the 2D. And Lasagna Slayer takes the set 3-2. We've got a Goldlewis in grand finals. Losers, semifinals, Aegis. Which, by the way, Aegis, in the middle of this tournament, got signed to Safe Jumps. Exciting stuff. And up against Scissors. Who do you got for this set, Panda?
Oh, I don't know, man. Aegis, of course. Just a champion every time you take part. Even if they don't win it, they just feel like one, you know? They feel like a revered name. You gotta praise them. But the thing is, Scissors, she's taking part of she does stuff like that. She's taking part in so many baccpaBrawls. She kind of cemented her legacy here in the baccpaBrawl. So I'm kind of like, I'm torn.
Yeah,
I'm
two
torn.
baccpaBrawl legends, absolutely. Oh, wow. Fuzzy throw called out with that super delayed JD near the ground. Finds the counter, and next situation will kill here for Aegis. 5D?
Ooh.
Oh, just backed off. I think they were expecting a parry. PRC into the cross up. 5P avoided. This is super winnable for either player. Challenge out with the 2Ps, and that is the round.
Very nice. Very, very nice.
1 pound fish.
Round this down. 1 pound, 2
Got him.
pound, 3 pound fish.
I got him.
Very, very good. Very, very cheap. Oh, a back throw.
That's how I feel about most
from the
Bedman
cheap.
mix-ups.
Very, very cheap.
Very, very good. Very, very
Bedman.
cheap. Of course I have. I fought Aegis. Have I? No, I think I have.
What, season 2 Bedman?
Well,
Unplayable
let's
Bedman?
not get into the technicals here.
Yeah.
Cross up here. Big hit. Nice hit with the JS there. Staying on that same side, and Scissors had to give up that burst. Finds a follow-up hit. Both players have meter to work with, and Bedman's going to opt to use theirs.
Oh, but what a parry super, striking right back at you. Scissors gonna be the one to take that round. Yeah, that was really good. It was wild.
I feel like I'm saying this every single game, though. Scissors is just on it with the parries. Like, these are just mid-screen parries that are connecting. No one else does this.
Except Scissors. You know, maybe some of the EU folk, but you know, EU folk, they're all about that reward. They don't even consider risk. You know, that's how we play. That's how we play. This is actually fairly nice from Aegis.
But I'll take your word for it.
What? I am all about that reward. Oh my god, what a jump in. Same side. Damage. Oh, I like that. They denied. Oh, but it's not enough to kill. I like that though. They denied the other wall break to make sure to get that hard knockdown and a ton of damage, but the JS for the kill. Aegis, again, also a player that's on it. Up 1-0.
Game number 2. 5K. Avoided. Dash in. 2K 2D blocked. 2P. I don't know if you noticed that, but that was a mash 2P there for Aegis, and they were able to block in time, but now Scissors knows that mash is something that could be represented. We're going to see the jump out here. Into the dropping JD, finds the trap in the corner right now is Scissors, and you're going to have to hold this wall break. Positive bonus, very good here for Aegis.
Up to the back up. Oh, what a chase. Going for the jump in. Feints the jump in. You think it's going to land. It doesn't. Allowing for a cheeky throat. Sure. Going for the pressure on the close slash. Go. Don't whiff punish on the parry. And just like Aegis is taking a big turn. Has 2 bars to work with. And Scissors looking like they're going to have to respect it. Tap 5D putting in the work. The super sends you through. Not enough to kill though.
Yeah, it turns out killing Anji can be a little tough. This dude's got a lot of HP.
He's got that 5 guts, you know, he gets down to the nitty and gritty. They're more than likely going to live. Ooh. Bit of pokage. Nobody's landing. A lot of swing and a miss. Getting the overhead. Fujin into the low. Decent pickup. A burst off the table. Aegis try to play a calm game. But it may cost them as they get chased out by some really good poke outs from Scissors here, really delaying themselves.
Speaking of pokes, wow, dashing with the 5K there. 5K counter hit confirmed. Sarah into the corner, is the super enough? I'm not sure. Doesn't look like it. Yeah, no, absolutely not going to be enough. And Scissors right here looking to take the round of that positive bonus that's coming up anytime. Piercy Ford into 2K 2D. That was a really low reward option, but It was actually exactly what you needed. It doesn't matter if the reward is low if your opponent has low HP.
Exactly. At that point, it's all about do what you can for the kill, right? If a jab's going to do it, represent that jab. This is nice, getting some good damage off of this combo. Not a ton, of course. Bedman, healthy fella, right? Ate his peas growing up. Or do beds do that? Well, I don't know.
Well, I imagine
beds in the
Bedman
Gear
has a
Universe
pretty good
EPs.
medical record, if that's what you're referring to.
Aye. Healthy fella.
Yeah.
We'll leave it on that. BRC for
Brand
the
new
Porsche. Oh,
bars
gold burst.
and a mattress.
Indeed.
Tough to beat.
Not a king bed, though. Just a single. A bit unfortunate.
Yeah, gotta upgrade Bedman. That'll be DLC.
Double Bedman. Oh! Good sipper to escape.
Dude,
Approaching.
imagine as a variant you could change the mattress size and it messes with your stats or something. That's what we need in Guilty Gear.
Becomes slower but has way more HP and better tools. Oh, that's a very
PRC
good kill
forward
from Aegis.
into the back throw for the punish. Aegis goes up 2-0. Game number 3. Robstar 2D finds the counter at Scissors, gives it up, dash him for the 6 speed. He connects him from so far away. Aegis trapped in the corner, still has that burst to represent, so we might see a mash option. Usually when people are holding on to burst, it's because they want to represent a mash, and that's exactly what's going to happen. And Scissors outspaces it, punishes it, and forces Aegis to give up that burst.
Right, bit of a weird scenario. As they try to fight their way out, gets a good combo. Aegis gets some decent damage, keeping the guard pressure going, tying up the health. There's no more deficit, but what approach with a Cole. Scissors like to take that lead right back from them. Has the corner, great tech in the throw. A lot of back-to-back plays. Nobody's really taking control. It's like they're passing the turn.
Dude,
right? They're passing.
Did you see Aegis' turn? Aegis was just overextended like 3 times because they continuously jumped and just came back in.
You gotta respect
the
them.
jump's gonna happen. Reverse 6 speed finds the Scissors, needs one more connection. Ooh. There's the Anji mix with a delayed PRC into the low.
Wait, no, I was about to have a fail fury moment. Oh no, that's bad. That's bad. I was about to be like, they did a low on a backdash? Like...
Wait, that should
Very
work.
nice. Oh, counter at 2H. Leading some good damage, went for the throw, well teched, not holding it. Oh, but another immaculate throw. They love it. Do it again. Do it again. Do the throw.
You
Listen to me,
shan't.
Aegis.
Don't do it.
Trust me.
It never works.
I understand the
One of us is
mentality.
telling the truth. They'll never know.
I'm telling the truth.
No, I am.
No, but
How do you solve this dilemma?
kill backpack. Anyway, go for throw. Big blocks overhead. Big throw from Scissors, representing what Aegis could not get in the whip punish with the super. And that's going to lead to a very advantage type scenario. You got one more interaction for the kill, one good one. But Aegis does have that bar, and Scissors well aware to respect it. A good YRC to escape. What an air throw from Scissors, though!
Yeah, that was a ridiculous read. Probably staring for the jump and then saw it and was like, jumps up, air throws. Scissors gets on the board. On to game number 4. And immediately we're going to see the zoning game. I think Aegis is not trying to play close because Scissors has been dominating in that close range. And already we're going to see the same thing trapped in the corner. Aegis early on does find a way out.
I know we're trying to approach him with the JSs. Unfortunately, not going to get nothing. Good pickup off the low with that Fujin. They're just trying to get an body super from Scissors, giving them full control, sending them through the wall. But they have to work against that. In fact, no, they're the ones with the burst. Wow, I am cooked tonight. Wow, goddamn. Well defended though, not gonna get opened up by the Aegis pressure.
So Aegis, every time they're overextending, is doing a lot of aerial stuff, and this time Scissors is just waiting for it. Gets with the 6B, able to stop Aegis in their tracks. And honestly, I'm seeing a big momentum shift. Scissors definitely on their way to forcing a game number 5.
Do you think we need to see some more grounded approaches from Aegis? Do you think that's the potential play we need to be looking out for?
I think more so we need to see less offensive risks. More singular setups where we're looking for that one hand. If we don't get it, okay, we're just going to back off or we're going to down back.
Aye.
Because the overextensions have really been oh my God. The overextensions have been what has been getting called out. Yeah, like that right there, that's one committal option. And if it hits, we're happy. If it doesn't, we're fine, whatever. Like, that's what we need to see more of. And Aegis surviving that, or sorry, Scissors surviving that is ridiculous. The Gut's definitely in play. And if Scissors takes this round, I don't know how Aegis wins the game number 5.
Oh, I don't know, man. Oh, what a two-peat fight their way out. And just let it set point backpack for Aegis. This is looking pretty rough for the Anji bros. Real statement in chat. I'm not going to say that out loud, though. Going for the staggers. Pressure, good throw, well teched. Jumping in, keeping the pressure. Guard crush, sends out the head bomb that allows him to take the space. He gets a counter at 5H. What timing?
Yeah, this is a really good situation now for Aegis. And it's right at the perfect time because you do not want any more games with Scissors. And now you find yourself in a very winning position, winning the resource battle, winning the positional battle, and winning the health battle. And now you're straight up winning the round. And so Aegis will take the set 3-1. Really well fought by Scissors. I think if they took one of those earlier games, that set was all but theirs. But big W from Aegis, able to shut it down, close it out. Yeah. Losers of finals.
Oh, you dare to cut me off?
I wouldn't do that. You cut me off, but I will now, like the amazing host that I am, lend the floor to you.
Oh, my bad. I'm sorry about that. I just got gaslit. Anyway, Aegis on the offense, going to get 2S out of the air. Kibotsu went for the approach, but a well-timed 6P to deny that offense, gets the throw, and Aegis is just on the offense. This is brutal for Kibotsu, and Aegis representing all the throws in the world. Do it again.
Oh, ready for the tick overhead, wasn't ready for the follow-up tick throw. Aegis on fire. This is like when you get refreshed, you want a really close set that you maybe thought you were going to lose, and now you feel like you're free rolling. Like, yeah, I deserved to lose earlier, and now I'm just going to play my game, and you get a whole second win. You just start playing your own game, and I'm already seeing it. Aegis feels complete once again. Nice.
But guys, backing up. Nice JP denied airspace. And dude, this is just locked in. You cannot approach. You cannot approach. Jesus.
That was Axel doing Axel things.
Oh, nice. Beautiful. Keeping the guard pressure going. Jumps in again. 2P. Delays for the head bomb. Head bomb not going to matter. Beautiful 6P.
Panda, remember where this round started and where we are now.
Real.
No way. This could happen. Aegis could make this comeback. Right now, still in that blocking mode, gets caught by the 2H, and that's enough. Kibotsu forces a final round in game number 1. That was a close one, though, considering how lost it was from the very beginning for Aegis. Run under, into the 2P. Able to find the hit, dashes back into the plus frames, and Kibotsu just going to down back, doesn't get caught.
Nice. Keep the pressure going after that guard crush. Goes for it yet again.
Max
a lot of reset. No, that's it's gonna be a ton of damage, but not enough to kill because he reset.
No, drops the combo after the second hit, and now you're gonna have to hold some zoning. You're gonna have to earn it, or you can just wild assault in. You don't actually have to earn it if you don't want to.
Don't gotta do nothing, as they say. But Kibotsu, unfortunately, gonna get caught by that OTG. Aegis up 1-0 in the set. Is that a sign of things to come? Heading into the next match, Aegis up 1-0, locked in that final round, took control, but will we see Kibotsu do the same, turn it back around, get a 1-1 scenario? So far, this is how you certainly do it. No anti-air in the JD, very awkward to anti-air that tool because of the Bedman naturally moving their heart box, but good burst to escape a dangerous scenario, but burst is still available to Aegis. Seeing a lot of back and forth right now.
I love how Aegis is using the rising JD shimmy, like as an auto-timed shimmy, to beat people fuzzy throwing on some more questionable Oki situations where maybe you don't have the plus frames to fully run in. It's definitely a good option. Obviously right now, obviously not going to pay off. So Kibotsu will be taking that first round, but I did notice something with Aegis, and that is going for that rising JD when they're a little farther away to try to incite their opponent to try to throw them at a fake offense.
Why? But here we go, guard crush pressure, backing up, jumps in, 2K, staggering, wow, white wild assault to approach with, and just like that gives you a turn, allowing you to do whatever you want. Another throw, do it again, I've read the pace, don't worry about it, do throw. They went for throw. You know what, thank you for listening to me, I was wrong.
It happens. PRC forward, PRC backwards, you put your left foot in, you put your... without.
and out you shake it all about. Oi.
Oh, man. One more hit, and Axel's going to take this round, tying at 1-1. I'm not really sure how Aegis finds a way back into the set. PRC forward into the immediate overhead. That's a really smart way to end a round. That is truly high-low mix-up. That was wild. Kibotsu closes it out with the crazy mix.
Heading into the third match, Kibotsu took that fairly quickly. Remember, that first match was going down to the wire, but Kibotsu just sort of in control during that entire match. But let's see if they're able to do that yet again. They just RA with a nice health lead. Bit of deficit on their side, but good approach from Kibotsu. Has the corner unlocked, staggering away with a white assault to approach. Again, it is the tool you gotta beat is Axel if you want to be able to defeat Aegis.
It's gonna be real tough. I think we've seen Aegis is having a really difficult time getting in, and so we're seeing this default zoning game plan until possibly they have meter, and which they do have now, by the way. But yeah, they are having a tough time in neutral. That being said, they're doing phenomenally on the offensive front. Every time they're getting that turn, they're doing a real good job at keeping it. We're going to see that here, using that meter to stay and using that follow-up to stay in as well. Now we're seeing the jump over extensions. These are the same ones that were getting caught earlier, but this time around, they're connecting.
Oh, nice. Backing up, beautiful 6 feet to challenge out with, getting the kill. And just that, we're continuing to build up some decent momentum for Aegis.
And once again, it just shows that Aegis, when they are getting in, they are taking games. So Kibotsu's big strat here needs to be, I need to put all my thought into neutral. I need to never let this character get in and recognize their game plan shift when they do have meter, which we're going to see very close. FD, that's what I was saying with the RPS. If you're able to FD it in the air, your throw will come out first, and you will actually be able to beat certain options.
Nice. Staggering. Guard Crush gets a nice connection off the JS and just let the close slash lead into your death, lead into the kill. And he just steals back that lead, going up 2-1.
Here we are, game number 4. Aegis has the lead. And are they able to actually close this out? Now we're seeing they're doing a great job using those follow-ups from their special moves to be able to get in, and Kibotsu previously was doing a great job at stopping it, but now they're having a much more difficult time RPSing with the options.
What a super. And Aegis needing one more interaction, jumping in, staggering with the 2H, goes for the Beyblade-like pressure. JS gets the tap 5D, but YRC to deny it. I like that play from Kibotsu, but unfortunately, all for naught as they go into set point. This is looking good for Aegis, man. This is looking like that's it.
Yeah, it absolutely could be, but Kibotsu definitely still fighting with that round start. They certainly have a way in. A way into game number 5. That's all you're looking for here. You want to take this one, force a game number 5, then anything can happen in one game. You just got to play one solid game here. So right now, Aegis doing a great job harassing Axel with the projectiles, finds the hit in the air, and we're actually going to need a full combo and a wall break from this enemy with the super for the hard knockdown. Kibotsu has meter, has that burst to be able to interact here, and we'll see how Aegis respects these options.
Well, this is actually fairly nice. Backing up. Hoi! 6P goes for the shot, not gonna get nothing, sends you back, jumps in, close slash with the RC, done. Very nice 2H OTG, keeping the Rensen going, backing up, holding their space, and just going for the poke outs. But nothing of it, but Kibotsu does have that bar, could maybe use it for the win here, but opts for the OTG. Oh no! Aegis will be taking this set with a clean 3-1, unfortunately knocking Kibotsu at 3rd place.
Grand Finals! Aegis versus Lasagna Slayer. Note that this is a run back. In top 8 winner side, it was Lasagna Slayer that won 3-0. So we're going to see if Aegis has made any changes to prepare for this matchup.
Aye. Certainly going to be a brutal matchup. A battle of the coffin in the bed. Just swinging away. And we're seeing Lasagna Slayer with some pretty nasty opties that led to some very good meter gainage. And obviously the damage. My god, so much damage dealt on that combo.
Speaking of damage, we're going to see a situation here. Did he block it?
Are you getting that?
No, I'm not getting anything.
I got disconnected.
Oh, good. That's all. It's all good.
Yeah, that's all me.
Into the gap. Bedman takes the first round. Now, Aegis has this advantage, and now they have an even bigger advantage, a huge burst advantage, but Lasagna Slayer finds that knockdown, chases after the 486, tries to frame trap with the 5K, but that's a big enough gap that the gold burst can reliably be found there. Now Aegis, with this positive bonus, is looking to get aggressive and really make the offense happen. 2 bars now. Has to FD all of this, but just gets caught by the laser. Really unfortunate, because that's good damage for Goldlewis. Dash under the 2P. This should be a safely timed 2P, and it is. Tries to pierce C4, but it's punished by the back throw. Lasagna Slayer so ready for that defensive option. Tries to go for the buffered overhead. It connects. And now we are on final round of game number 1. This is going to be a huge round, as momentum really will be set here. Runs over the 426, cancels into another, and it's always Lasagna Slayer who is ready for that trade cancel. That clash cancel, if you will. Backs off, 2K block, cross up into the big 486 plus 16 dash for the strike throw, and not representing a lot of throw after the BTs is what I would have said, but obviously they just threw. Worst timing for me. But another nice throw, and it's something that you have to respect. The guard crush there gets rid of your throw invuln, and so you're gonna have to respect it each and every time. Plus, again, but this time just mashes out on the -12. Really great guess there from Aegis. Goes to the fake cross up into the same side, and that is the round. That is the game for Lasagna Slayer. Goes up 1-0.
Heading into the next match, match number 2. Lasagna Slayer up 1-0, looking pretty confident, but they're being thrown into the wall here, and Aegis sending them through, breaking through with the might of that approach. Oh my god, good wild assault to approach in yet again, and this is looking like Aegis' round. Only really needs one more interaction, jumps in, staggers away, has that extra bar, catches him with a fuzzy overhead. What was that?
Yeah, when you're on low HP against Bedman, and you're in the corner, and they have a bar, you can bet that something weird's gonna happen, like like an overhead setup, which we do often see.
Oh Christ. Nice. Keeping the pressure going with the 2H. Nice challenge out with the 2P. Lasagna Slayer didn't want to hold that pressure scenario and just let that 2P's completely change the momentum of the set. Look how much leeway that 2P gave them, man. Look at this. Look at this.
Uh-oh. Dead. Lasagna Slayer forces a final round for game 2. And we've seen this, how important it can be to tie a set up 1-1 instead of going down 0-2. Gonna have to play well. A perfectly timed backdash into the perfect back throw. This is certainly the start that you needed if you're Aegis.
Oh god. Nice. Oh, nice. Knocking into the ground. Overhead. Does it twice. It's so nice. And dealing so much damage, but then they need one more interaction. They have to work against the burst. And I was about to say, Aegis also has white wild assault, so nothing is guaranteed.
Nope, just throwing out those empty hops, trying to potentially bait it out. You know, Goldlewis has so many resources here. I'm not sure how you win this set without baiting one of them. And maybe that Lasagna's in their head a little bit, maybe not wanting to give it up for that exact reason, but we are going to go for the super, which should be safe because of that RC, but doesn't even need it. Catches Aegis in the middle of a button, probably because the Lasagna had been blocking for so long. But yeah, Lasagna Slayer goes up 2-0, actually 5-0 against Aegis in today's tournament.
Heading into the third game, could be the last game of tonight. Lasagna Slayer only needs one more match to solidify that win, that tournament dub for baccpaBrawl 149. But Aegis needs to make a comeback happen. Needs to deny the big man. Jesus.
Trying to play the mind games right now. When you do something enough times in someone's face, they're going to have to just mash a button. And Aegis found the perfect amount of times inside of the perfect attack and then punished it. Cross up 426. We're seeing a lot of aerial behemoth from Lasagna Slayer in pretty much every matchup they've played. It's something that they've been consistently representing, and it's consistently working, not getting punished besides that one time from Kibotsu on the Axel.
Oh god. Nice. Trying to approach through JD. Get someone with the white wild assault. This is tournament point. Lasagna Slayer did have the corner.
Baited this time. Yeah, we saw the jumps, just Aegis using it too much, over-representing it. So Lasagna Slayer was looking for it, double overhead, into the knockdown, messes up the right, 6-2, that would have been enough to close out the tournament, but instead Aegis has an opportunity, 6P, blocking this guy, jumps over the projectile, blocked, RC to stay alive, blocks it all, chases again with the JS, catches him with a 2K, doesn't confirm, 2P, anti-air, side switch combo, it's enough! Lasagna Slayer takes the set 3-0, 6-0 against Aegis today. Lasagna Slayer on the Goldlewis is your baccpaBrawl 149 champion.